The Amazing Spider-Man, Issue 51, In the Clutches of the Kingpin. The Amazing Spider-Man, in the clutches of the Kingpin. At last, with Spider-Man gone, the city is mine. Have you ever attended an Underworld Summit meeting? No? Then now, Tiger, we're just in time. Okay, Kingpin, we voted to let you take over all the mobs. Now what? Yeah, now that you're calling the tune, what happens next? We're about to launch a campaign of crime, such as the city has never known. But before we begin, bring me tonight's edition of the Daily Bugle. Jonah Jameson suspects that something is in the wind. If he keeps running these headlines and editorials, something is liable to figure out what we're up to. And that means Jameson must be silenced. You want me to get some of the boys together, Kingpin? Not yet. Perhaps there's a better way. First, we'll give Jameson a chance. We'll make him an offer to play ball with us. And what if he refuses? Then the Bugle gets itself a new publisher. Blinker, take a few of your men and go get Jameson. It'll be a breeze, Kingpin. Okay, you guys, let's go. But no slip-ups. Take your time, wait for the right moment, and bring him here to me. The rest of you stay here. I've other jobs lined up and waiting. Then how about filling us in so we know where we stand? Yeah, we're getting kind of edgy just hanging around and waiting. We want some action, or we cut out. Nobody cuts out until I say so, unless you plan to leave feet first. If it's action you want, I'll see that you get it. Big Turk, I've got a list of service stations for you and your mob to put the squeeze on. Today is collection day at each one of them. Only we're the ones who'll do the collecting. Service stations? I thought we were in the big time. This is just a test. I want to see how you operate. Now get going. You gonna let him talk to us like that, Big Turk? Yeah, as long as he's holding that disintegrator cane of his. Anyway, we don't have to worry about Spider-Man no more. But that's what they think. Boy, it feels great to be web-swinging around town again. Uh-oh, what's that? Down below. Looks like trouble at that service station. Okay, I got the tape in this briefcase. Now let's... Hey! Something pulled it out of my hand. It's a hunk of webbing. Must be Spider-Man. Aw, one of you must have peeked. Can I borrow those guns, fellas? Thanks a heap. Don't just stand there, you lunkheads. He's making monkeys out of you. Not a chance, chum. Old Mother Nature beat me to it. Come to Papa, little pop guns. Rush him. He can't fight us all. Right. Fight you? Oh, perish forbid. I thought this was a meeting of the Spider-Man fan club, and I just wanted in. Hey, Big Turk, I don't get it. The Kingpin said the webhead was dead or something. What's he trying to do? Pull a fast one? A Kingpin, eh? I'll have to remember that name. Still the questions, you guys. First, let's polish off the masked wise guy. Hurry, will ya? I can't hold him. Correction, Butterball. I thought I was holding you. Forget it, freak. It ain't gonna matter no more. Once I let you have one solid karate chop, it'll be all over. No, so just hold that pose, mister. Here it comes. Ah! A famous Spider-Man. Big deal. He'll never want to tangle with Big Turk again, that's for sure. I don't get it. I thought he was a dozen times stronger than any ordinary Joe. How come you knocked him out with one blow? He didn't, Charlie. I had a king-sized ditch back there, and I figured if I waited long enough, one of you pussycats would scratch it for me. And now, I'll be glad to return the favor in spades. Say, I just thought of something. I sure hope you chaps didn't eat heavy meals lately. Come on, Shorty. Give her the gun. Let's get out of here. Sure, Big Turk. But what about the rest of the guys? Who cares? There's always more where they came from. Besides, we gotta tell the Kingpin what we're up against. The one called Big Turk is making his getaway. Looks like I'm stuck with the leftovers. Well, I did manage to break up their little robbery. And now it's time for the moment of truth. Okay, kiddies. The party's over, so back to your playpens. We're gonna play school now, and your old Uncle Spidey will be the teacher. We'll start with a little test, and you better know the answers. Now, who and what is the Kingpin? Sirens, the police. If only they'd waited a few more minutes. Well, that's my cue to do a little wall crawling. The police will be able to take up where I left off. As for me, I'll just collect my automatic camera and sell the Spidey pics to Jolly Jonah. Uh-oh, I just remembered. When I thought I was finished with the Spider-Man bit, I told Jameson where to get off. Now I've got to swallow my pride and convince him I was only kidding. But there is one man who almost never kids. Suppose we visit him again now. I'll slide the drapes back and observe our captive through the hidden one-way mirror. So Frederick Foswell thought I would let him take over our operation simply because he had once been a big man before he supposedly went straight. Why don't you just polish him off now, Kingpin? He ain't doing anybody any good here. No, I have other plans for Mr. Foswell. A man with his rather unusual experience may be of some use to me, and a good general never lets any manpower go to waste. Bring our guest in here, Flint. It's time we had a little talk. And so, I thought you'd realize you needed me, Kingpin. Indeed, what made you so sure? Because nobody's ever been able to take over all the mobs before except me. I know how hard it is to keep them all in line. You'd be a fool to pass up any help you can get. And there is one thing we both know. The Kingpin is not a fool. Let's quit sparring with each other, Kingpin. If we're going to work together, what are your terms? Before we discuss terms, I notice you're reaching into your pocket. Therefore, let me extend a slight warning. The obliterator beam with my walking stick can atomize you before you can make another move. Relax, mister. I'm no cheap hood reaching for a gun. I do my fighting with my brains. Flint, give me a light. Who do you think you're talking to, little man? You heard the man, Flint. Give him a light. Okay, here. We'll get along just fine, Foswell. I like your style. So, Spider-Man's out of action, huh? What were you trying to pull, you fink? We just got away by the skin of our teeth. Big Turk. They saw Spider-Man? You dare break in here on the Kingpin like this? That ain't all we dare. You're finished, Fatso. And we're gonna tell you goodbye on our way. That's all that you punks. Make another move toward the Kingpin and I'll ventilate the both of you. Let's get him, Big Turk. Nobody can make fools of us the way that lying fink tried to do. Oh, it's all right, Flint. There's no need for concern. I'm not in any danger at all. Now, I'll see if the Kingpin is as good as he claims he is. We're merely faced with a little disciplinary problem, and I'll handle it in my own foolproof way. You gentlemen are about to learn a lesson you'll never forget. Talk is cheap, fat man. Thanks for holding back, you stooge. Now I'll shut him up for good. And then I'll bounce you all over the place like a hunk of blubber. Don't turn your back to him, Turk. He's still got that crummy cane of his. You need not trouble yourselves about my cane, gentlemen. That's only for serious problems. But now I will not deny myself the pleasure of humbling you with my bare hands. Bare hands? Since when can a talking tub of jello do any... Hey! My fist! Feels like it it's caught in some kind of steel vise. Did it ever occur to you to wonder how I became the undisputed lord of the underworld? How could anyone that size move so fast? Did you never suspect that you might be mistaken, that you might be confusing solid muscle for mere fat? My fingers, you're squeezing them like they're nothing. Let go. Give up. Honest, you gotta let go. You spineless fool, after all your big talk, your ill-conceived threats, you're just like all the others. When you finally face the incomprehensible power of the Kingpin, you become a helpless, sniveling coward. Big Turk is the strongest, the toughest mob leader in the East. Yes, the Kingpin tossed him like a rag doll. Look at him standing there. He's not even winded. He's far more powerful, more dangerous than I ever suspected. With his money, his obliterator cane, and his own strength, he doesn't have to fear anyone. The lesson is ended. On your feet, you cringing carrion. Sure, Kingpin, sure, anything you say. And back to your rat holes, both of you. You'll wait till I send for you. And when I do, you'll come running. Never, as long as you live, will you forget that the Kingpin is your master. You could say that again. Now, get out. The very sight of you is offensive to me. Come on, Turk, don't make him tell us twice. So, Spider-Man is back in action, is he? Well, he shall live to regret it. But now, I must find a use for you, Foswell. I have it. You're the means by which I'll silence Jonah Jameson forever. What do you have in mind? And even as the unbelievably powerful Kingpin speaks, rumors, but no blasted news. The city's in the grip of its biggest crime wave, and no one can find out who's behind it. And where in blazes is Foswell when I need him? Suppose we replace him with Ned Leeds. You can replace him with Donald Duck, just so as I get a story. Seconds later, I heard you wanted me, Mr. Jameson. You're rootin' tootin' right, I want you. I want you to get the facts behind the crime wave. But I've been working on it night and day for the past week. There just aren't any leads. Then work on it night and day for another week. I want results, not excuses. And find me a photographer to replace that punk kid Parker. You don't have to replace me, Mr. Jameson. I'm back. I'll probably blow a gasket, but I've got to take it. You, the teenager traitor who walked out on me when I needed you most? What do you mean back? Who wants you? Who missed you? Who needs you? Waiter, Mr. J, you said so, remember? Shut up, Leeds. Never mind what I said. Get in here, Parker. I've got something to say to you. I wouldn't take you back on a bet. You've been a thorn in my side since the day you first came here. Now go on, get out. Go peddle your papers somewhere else. You're through here. I think you're trying to tell me something. Well, in that case, you won't want these latest pictures that I took of Spider-Man. What? You've got new pictures of that wall-crawling weasel? That's right, but don't worry about me, JJ. I'm sure I can sell them somewhere else. Hold it, you silly boy. Can't you take a joke? Let's see him. Say, not bad. Not bad at all. So is he back in action again? Eh? This is your lucky day, Parker. I've decided to forgive you and take you back. No wonder they call you Santa. But that doesn't mean this is a hangout for loafers. Leeds, get to work. Miss Brandt, finish your filing. And Parker, get me more pictures. Glad you're as lovable as ever, JJ. And someone find Foswell for me. Blast it. So Fred Foswell's missing, eh? He's Jonah's star reporter. I wonder what could have happened to him. Well, no time to worry about that now. I've still got to learn more about the Kingpin. But where do I begin? I'm pretty darn sure he won't be listed in the phone book. Look, there's Peter Parker. He's passing right by without even looking in. I'll just keep riding around. I may get lucky and stumble onto something. And just I could have used those wheels of his for a luscious lift home. That's the brakes, MJ. But don't despair. Harry and I can drop you off when we leave. I know you're smiling, Gwen, and it bugs you when I'm alone with Petey, doesn't it? In case you haven't noticed, lady, Gwen is my date. Sure, because Mr. P didn't ask her first. Good old Mary Jane. Anything for a laugh, eh? Do you think I'm being funny, Gwendolyn? I think perhaps it's time we were heading home. And it's time we were bracing for new action. Why is my spidey sense tingling? All I see are 4 men entering that swanky private club. But I better park my bike and get into costume, just in case. Nothing seems to be wrong, and yet I can't afford to take any chances. My little built-in buzzer hasn't ever failed me yet. I was right. While nobody else is noticing, those 4 goons have the manager off in a corner, and I can tell, even from here, that they're about to lean on him. One of them is pulling a gun. No time to find an open window. I gotta move. Kingpin don't like Joes who give us any trouble, see? Then the Kingpin is gonna be real annoyed at your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, gents. Hands up, you guys. It's the wall crawler again. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Not only do you try to hijack one of the classiest places in town, but you didn't even phone ahead to make a reservation. How gauche can you be? Look out! Stop him, you guys. He's ruining the whole bit. What do you think we're trying to... Look, why don't you clowns just wave a white flag and save us all a lot of trouble? You've earned yourselves an A for effort anyway. Charlie, hurry up. Use the gimmick. You sure are gluttons for punishment. How about cluing me in on which one is Charlie and what the gimmick is? Don't worry, smart guy. You're gonna find out right now. Must be the one who's still standing, pulling an explosive out of his pocket. It's some kind of grenade, miniaturized, just big enough to stun the one who gets... I did it. You got him. Yeah, now let's get out of here while we still can. If not for my spider strength, I'd be a goner by now. The grenade was more powerful than I thought. Look, that explosion's weakened the beams. The whole ceiling is about to fall. We'll all be crushed. Oh, but you guys, this place ain't gonna last much longer. Spider-Man, this is all you're doing. Looks like I'll end up getting the blame as usual, but I can't let that worry me now. I'm gonna be a mighty busy little web slinger for the next few seconds. First thing to do is slap my sticky spider tracer on one of those hoods. Then I've got to get under the main beam. Don't just stand there, Bright Eyes. Get this place cleared out. I don't figure to make a life's work out of holding up sagging ceilings. He's rooted to the spot, almost numb with shock and fear. I can't hold out much longer. But then, he finally snapped out of it. If I can hang on another few seconds, everyone will be safe. And then, if I can make it through the window fast enough, I'll live to crawl another wall. There she goes. I guess they just don't build them like they used to. Well, it could have been worse. At least no one was hurt. Now, all I've got to do is pick up my little tracer's trail. And unless I'm way off base, it'll lead me right to Cousin Kingpin. Even as Spidey swings through the night, another of the Kingpin's gun-toting task forces approaches the Daily Bugle building. There's Jameson now, at his window. He's working late again. Okay, then what are we waiting for? On your feet, mister. You've been working too hard, so we're giving you a vacation. Yeah, we're taking you for a nice little ride to visit the Kingpin. The Kingpin? And I was right. There is someone behind the crime wave. But what does he want with me? Brief minutes later. Are you nice and comfy, Jameson? This is insane. Nobody gets taken for rides anymore, except on the Untouchables. When the Kingpin says ride, brother, you ride. Who in blazes is the Kingpin? He's our scoutmaster. Now shut up. Finally. Well, if it isn't Jonah Jameson, how nice of you to drop in. Come, gentlemen, don't keep our guests standing out in the hall. You're the Kingpin. Walk. I know what a busy man you are, so I'll come right to the point. I want you to stop steaming up the public about the so-called crime wave here in the city. In a pig's eye. Nobody tells me what to write in my paper. Excellent. Spoken like the true crusader that you are. I applaud your obvious courage, but alas, you will live to regret it. What do you mean? What are you gonna do? All in good time, Jameson, but first, what is this? It's Charlie and his boys, Kingpin. They say that Spider-Man kiboshed the caper. Spider-Man again? But the whole joint caved in, and he was still inside. I figure we kissed him off at last. In that case, your mission succeeded beyond my fondest hopes. But now, I still have another minor matter to dispose of. Foswell, would you be good enough to inform our guests that the Kingpin does not play games? What did you mention my name for? To be sure you do not try to betray me. Once it is known that you've returned to crime, you can never turn back. He's far cleverer, far more deadly than I thought. If Jameson doesn't play along, it'll mean his life. Foswell, are you really there? Is it true that you joined forces with the Kingpin? Never mind about me, Jameson. I'm advising you. Do what the Kingpin tells you to. So, I was wrong to ever trust you. You're no better than that skunk Spider-Man. And speaking of Spidey, according to my little tracer, the trail ends in that penthouse just ahead. That man mountain behind the marble desk, it must be him, the Kingpin. And it looks like I've really stumbled onto something. They've got Jolly Jonah there blindfolded. He must be a prisoner. But that's not what grabs me. Behind the Kingpin, it's Foswell. He's turned crooked again. He's one of the mob. Hey, look, what's that? It's the Spider-Man signal coming from the window. The wall crawler's still alive. He found us. He's on the terrace. After him, quick. Let's go. I'd rather face Spider-Man than get the Kingpin mad at us. But where is he? Look alive, you fools. You mustn't get away. Fan out. He's got to be here somewhere. There ain't a sign of him. Thanks, boys. Nice of you to make a fellow feel wanted. There he is. Now you tell us. And now, since it's past your bedtime, he's more dangerous than I thought. Stay back, Flint. I'll handle him myself. Not that way, you won't. A ray blaster in his cane. What other little tricks does he have for me? You're fast, Spider-Man, but speed alone can't save you from me. Well, it'll have to do till something better comes along. Anyway, I thought you're the one who's trying to save himself. Count your blessings, Pudgy. You're lucky I'm not wearing baseball shoes. Say, what does it take to send you Betty by? Oh, no, you don't. That cane of yours is off limits now. Sorry about that, sweetie. Not as sorry as you're going to be. You made the same fatal mistake as everyone else who faces the Kingpin. You thought of me as nothing more than a helpless, slow-moving fat man. Whew, one thing's for sure, helpless you're not. But you'll never convince me that you're really skinny. I don't have to convince you of anything. When I'm through with you, it won't matter what you think. Again, his size fooled me. He's faster than he looks. Now I've got you. I'll pull you from your perch like a magpie. So this is what I get for going easy on you. Okay, now we play it your way. Look alive, Lumpy. This is the wrap-up. Of course it is, you fool, but not the way you expect. Gas shooting out from his tie pin. Even your spider strength can't save you now. Took me by surprise. Didn't have time to try to hold my breath. Too late now. Gas already in my lungs. Getting weak, dizzy, blacking out. You did it in just a couple of minutes. You actually defeated Spider-Man. Naturally, I'll never fail. That is why I am the Kingpin. Spider-Man beaten? It's what I always wanted, but not now. Not like this. Spider-Man finished. What happens now? Next, to die a hero.